I have to go live on here before I can actually go live on Instagram. So we're live now on Twitch and YouTube, but not quite Instagram yet. We're just waiting for old Glenn Abbott to show.
Mr. G.A. WrestleNut himself.
Hopefully he didn't get the time zones wrong.
That's true. Well, we did say 11:15 yesterday, so maybe he didn't look at his...
Maybe he didn't. Was that you that liked my comment in the chat? Okay, here he goes. Now we've got him.
Yeah.
Now we've got Glenn. Maybe. There he is.
Sorry to keep you waiting, guys. My computer decided that it... closed it down last night, loaded it up today, and it decided it weren't going to work.
Yeah, I literally didn't even... I just left my laptop on from yesterday. Just left it sitting there on my desk, so I wouldn't have to mess with it. But yeah, okay. So we're live on all three. So welcome, everybody, to a Work in Progress Royal Rumble preview show. I'm your host, Brent Piles, and with me is Miriam. He is this week. Mayor Canton, how you feeling on this Royal Rumble Saturday?
Oh, man, I'm so excited for the Rumble. Like, this is my favorite pay-per-view of the year. I think it might be most people's favorite pay-per-view at this point. But, man, I'm at like 1,000 just waiting for tonight.
And with us, as always, is a man who lives across the ocean and from the future. He could tell us he won the Royal Rumble if he wanted to, but he won't spoil it for us. He is the ballroom brawling, disco dancing, dynamite stretching intercontinental playboy. Folks, he's more over than tossing 30 men over the top rope and heading to WrestleMania. It's G.A. WrestleNut, the Rumblenator. Is that?
He's pointing at the sign.
Oh, yeah.
Glenn won the Royal Rumble.
It's nice for Glenn to do a podcast in the afternoon, isn't it?
It certainly is.
I thought he was drinking a can of Campbell's soup. I was really confused. I was like, man, they do things different over there in England.
It's really cold. It's really cold over there this morning. Good morning to Renee, who is watching along with us on Instagram.
I'll have a bowl of Campbell's soup, but not drinking straight from the can. No.
This might give me some heat, but I don't like soup. Like, I'm not a soup person. Like, I don't want to eat soup.
Soup is lovely.
Oh, I like all kinds. Lobster bisque is probably my favorite, if that counts as a soup.
Yes, it does.
So I guess
or chili.
Some soups that I do like I like tomato soup, like a tomato soup and a grilled cheese. So that's a good way to go. But I'm not
chili count as a soup?
Noodle soup or anything like that.
No.
Chili is not a soup, right?
Chili's not a soup. It's more of a stew.
Yeah, I don't think chili counts as a soup. It shouldn't if it does. I love chili.
You're doing it wrong.
If you got a problem with chili and cinnamon rolls, you can go fuck yourself, because that's how we do it here in Nebraska.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to hear another word about it. But I also have a big surprise for you two that I didn't tell you two about.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
We're going to have a trivia competition between Glenn and the Mayor to see who has the most Royal Rumble knowledge.
Oh, jeez. Well, it's too early in the morning for me, but we'll give it a shot. It's got to go better than my English. What was it?
That was so good.
Cricket knowledge.
Yeah, that was so good.
So all the questions are multiple choice, and I didn't pick any super hard ones. So I think you guys might be okay here. But are you guys ready for your trivia competition? There's 5 questions. All right, Glenn, this is your first question. All right, Glenn, here we go. Who won the first ever Women's Royal Rumble in 2017? Was it A, Charlotte, B, Becky Lynch, C, Asuka, or D, Ronda Rousey?
Back then, it wasn't Ronda. It was too early. Wasn't Becky. She's not one. I'll go with Charlotte.
That is incorrect. Charlotte won the 2020 Women's Royal Rumble, but the first ever winner was Asuka. She last eliminated Nikki Bella to win the Royal Rumble.
Oh, right.
And then Ronda Rousey did make her debut right after that. She went to the ring and did that weird. Remember her weird point she would do? It was so weird.
Yeah, I didn't think she was in it.
Yeah, Asuka won it, and then Rousey spoiled it and kind of took away all the momentum.
Basically, yeah.
That's why I can't remember it, I suppose.
Yeah, okay. So Glenn, so far Glenn's 0 for 1. All right, Mayor, here we go. Who was the first superstar to win back-to-back Royal Rumbles? Was it A, John Cena, B, Stone Cold Steve Austin, C, Big John Studd, or D, Hulk Hogan.
I think it's this guy right here.
You got it, pal. It was Hulk Hogan.
That was an easy one. I knew that.
I mean, Glenn, a lot of circles who won the first Women's Royal Rumble would be considered an easy question.
I would have guessed Charlotte too. So
all right,
okay, Glenn.
That one the mayor should know. I hope that Glenn knows this one. Here we go, Glenn. What year did the Undertaker finally win his first and only Royal Rumble? Was it A 2005, B 2007, C 2010, or D 2001?
Oh. I actually can't remember him winning one. That's bad.
I tried to give the mayor an answer that was his favorite wrestler, and then I tried to give one to you.
Oh,
that was your favorite wrestler.
No, that's understandable. But I just because I don't associate him with the Royal Rumble.
It makes sense.
I can tell you all his SummerSlam appearances, all his WrestleMania appearances, but what were the dates again?
So 2005, 2007, 2010, or 2001.
It wasn't 2001.
All right, Glenn, you want to take your lifeline and go 50-50? I'll cut down to the answers.
Yeah, go on then. I'll take a lifeline.
All right, so either 2001 or 2007.
2007 then.
You got it, Glenn. That's correct. It was 2007. He last eliminated Shawn Michaels.
2001 was too early.
Yeah. He last eliminated Shawn Michaels, and if you ask me, that's the greatest ending to any Royal Rumble ever. Was that Shawn Michaels Undertaker 2007 ending? It was really, really great.
And it was part of my lost period, so that's my excuse for not remembering.
Was 2005 the Benoit one?
That was not 2005. That's 2004.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So Glenn, here we go, Mayor. Let's see if you can go 2 for 2. What year? What was the year? The first time that the winner of the Royal Rumble was guaranteed a title match at WrestleMania. What year did that tradition start? Was it A 93, B 92, C 91, or D 1994?
Gosh, I don't even remember it being that early. I'm gonna guess the latest one because that 94.
Incorrect. The correct answer is 1993. It was won by Yokozuna.
I don't even remember it being that early. I thought it was.
No, I thought it was sort of late.
So what I think happened is in 1992 was the one where it was for the WWF Championship, and I think that generated so much more interest in the Rumble match itself that they were like, we need to put something on the line for it every year, not just the fact that you won the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
So it definitely adds to it.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Instead of just getting like a trophy, because I mean, who cares who wins the Andre the Giant Battle Royal?
Yeah, or the King of the Ring.
Yeah.
Nobody cares who's King of the Ring anymore, do they?
Yeah, because it doesn't mean anything. It used to be like, I remember the first 2 King of the Rings, it wasn't like the stipulation, but the person who won it would usually get the title match at SummerSlam most of the time.
Yeah.
And then they kind of went away from that, so then there was really no point to it. All right, Glenn. Let's see if Glenn can get his second question correct and tie things up here with the mayor. How many times was the WWF/E title on the line in the Royal Rumble match itself? When was it? 1 time, A 1 time, B 2 times, C 3 times, or D never?
1 time.
That is incorrect. It was also on the line in the 2017 Royal Rumble.
It was the Reigns one.
Was it?
Yeah, Roman Reigns had to defend the title in the Royal Rumble match. Yep.
Shit, I forgot that. Excuse my language.
Actually, I think it was 2016 Rumble. I'm sorry, 2016.
Yeah.
Well, so there we go. The mayor still with a slight 1-question lead as he heads into his next question. Which woman, mayor, holds the record for the shortest time in the Royal Rumble match? Which woman? Is it A, Chelsea Green,
Chelsea
B,
Green,
A, or C? Yes, it is A, Chelsea Green. She lasted 5 seconds in the 2023 Women's Royal Rumble.
Which is also the same amount of time I would last. Never mind.
They did a
family show.
They did a thing with her with Piper, and Piper was killing herself. Because Chelsea was very indignant about it.
I'm honestly I thought the mayor just said Chelsea Green because he heard her name, and that's just the one reason I picked her.
I did know that, but I just heard Chelsea Green and I say their name.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Let's see if Glenn can remember this one. Who holds the record, Glenn, for the longest time spent in the men's Royal Rumble this time? The men's Royal Rumble. Who spent the longest time? Is it A, Rey Mysterio, B, Randy Orton, C, Gunther, or D, John Cena?
That's Gunther.
That is correct, Glenn. It was last year. Glenn Gunther lasted 1 hour, 11 minutes, and 24 seconds. That's why I tried to go easy on you on that one, Glenn. And I thought throwing Gunther in there would make it easy for you. So there you go. All right, Mayor. Who was the only superstar to appear in the same Royal Rumble 3 times? This is another easy question. Is it A, Sami Zayn, B, Doink, C, Mick Foley, or D, The Undertaker?
That was Mick Foley.
Yes, that's correct. It was Mick Foley.
Although I think Kai and Ty showed up into a Royal Rumble 3 different times and got thrown out 3 different times, but they were never actual entrants.
Yeah, I think one of them got their face broken too.
Yeah. Taka Michu face breako.
Yeah, he acted hard, didn't he? Yeah. All right, Glenn. Here we go. Glenn's final question. Here we go, Glenn. Who entered the 1992 Royal Rumble at number 1? Was it A, Ted DiBiase, B, Jerry Saggs, C, Shawn Michaels, or D, the British Bulldog?
Shawn Michaels.
That's incorrect. Number 1 was Davey Boy Smith, the British Bulldog, Glenn.
Was it? I thought Michaels went the whole way on that one.
No, that was 95.
Oh,
92 was the one with the title was on the line. I believe Bulldog was number 1 and Ted DiBiase was number 2.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly.
Like I say, I don't.
All right, Mayor. Well, you've already won the competition, but along the same lines of what I just asked Glenn, who was the 30th entrant in the 1992 Royal Rumble? Was it A, the Warlord, B, Skinner, C, Virgil, or our favorite wrestler, Sid Justice? I'm not sure if he froze or if he's thinking.
Wait, am I on again?
No,
okay, he did freeze. I thought he was fucking with us.
Oh no! My computer went like the circles.
Yeah.
I said I think it was the Warlord, and then it, like the whole computer blew up.
Well, you're right, pal. It is the Warlord. Congratulations, you got it right. So what we've learned here is that the mayor is far superior to Glenn in Royal Rumble trivia.
Yes.
It was funny. I was typing out these questions, and I told Rachel, I said, they're going to be like, what? When I tell them they have to do trivia, it's going to be great.
My excuse is I'm an old man. I can't remember half of what because it was yesterday.
That's fair, Glenn. That's fair. I mean, I can come from upstairs to downstairs and completely forget why I came down here. So
I've said that before as well. The friend of mine who I used to DJ with, we hadn't seen each other for years, and we hooked up via Facebook. And he said to me, "When you get to our age, getting lucky means you remember what you went into a room for."
Absolutely, pal. All right, so now without further ado, it's time for us to make our Royal Rumble picks. There's only 4 matches, so there's not a whole lot to pick, but we do this every year, but for the men's and women's Royal Rumble matches, I'm going to allow everybody to get 2 picks, one of someone you actually think is definitely going to win and one outlandish pick, or like a dark horse, someone that you'd like to see win but probably isn't going to win, you know what I mean? So with that being said, I think the first thing that we're going to pick is the women's Royal Rumble match. And I'm not going first because I host the show. We're going to make the mayor go first. Go ahead, Mayor. Who do you actually think is going to win the women's Royal Rumble?
Dang it. Okay, let me think this through.
Excuse me.
I feel like I'm going to forget someone, but I think that Becky will be the first time 2-time winner.
Yeah, Becky would be the first time 2-time winner if she did win it. And
so I would think that, and then I'll just throw something really far off the wall. Jade Cargill.
Okay.
But can I say this? before I move on past the Women's Royal Rumble, I think Tiffany Stratton shows up and she steals the show, and she makes it to the Final Four.
If I was them, I would put Tiffany Stratton out there at number 1.
Let her go the whole way.
Yep, that's what I'd do.
Yeah.
Because they've pretty much written her off NXT television after she did this stuff. At least I think. I didn't watch it this week, so I can't say.
She wasn't on this week, no.
But I feel like she wasn't on the last couple of weeks, and her whole feud with Fallon Henley's completely over, and Fallon Henley's moved on to something else. So I think that it is time for Tiffany Stratton to start shining on the main roster and let her go.
That's good. I like that. I'll go next. I'll let Glenn go last. So, yeah, I think the mayor's right, and I do think it's going to be Becky Lynch, but because I don't want to be a homer and have us all pick the same person, I'm going to pick somebody else. I would really, really like to see Bayley win this Royal Rumble. She's the only one. I mean, I guess Sasha hasn't won it either, but I don't feel like Bayley ever gets like the big time pushes that all the other women have gotten, such as Charlotte and Becky Lynch. And I would just really like to see Bayley win this Royal Rumble because I think that would be really cool for Bayley. And then maybe you could sort of like turn Bayley back babyface and have her face Io at WrestleMania, and that could be a really good story. So I'm going to go with Bayley. And from an off the wall crazy pick, I'm going with Sasha Banks. God damn it, Glenn, who you got?
Looking at the way that they're teasing the breakup of Damage Control. Basically, I've got a choice of 2 that you've both picked.
Yeah.
So that's a toss-up of a coin between the 2 of them.
You're a champion too, Glenn, so don't try to throw your title out there on a Hail Mary on account of trying to be different.
That's right. I'm going to go Bayley as well, you know. I agree with you, Brent. I think it's time that they gave her a push.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we got a Royal Rumble happen upstairs between my dogs.
Yeah.
Who's your wild card pick, Glenn?
Wild card.
Wendy Richter.
Yeah, it was so good.
Rockin' Robin.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, I've got a sneaky feeling Sasha is going to come back.
Yeah, I'll be very surprised if we don't see her and Naomi. I mean, I think we're going to see Naomi for sure. I think Sasha Banks is a little bit more of a question mark.
Yeah.
Do you get points if she comes back as Mercedes Moné and wins?
But yeah, it doesn't count then because it's a totally different person.
Completely different person.
I mean, if I was her, I would almost want to come back as that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's just me. So there we go. Me and Glenn both got the legit huggers, as they used to be known.
Yeah.
The mayor's got Jade Cargill. And I think it would be a great time to debut Jade Cargill if you're going to do it.
Oh, yeah, she's turning up tonight, definitely.
Yeah, I think that would be the way to go.
She might just be in the crowd showing, you know.
No, it's time to get her in the ring. And what better way to do it?
Yeah, you don't really need chain wrestling skills in the Royal Rumble. You can look impressive and throw people over the top rope.
They're obviously not convinced enough with her at the moment that they're even throwing her into NXT.
Right.
But for a Rumble, it's an easy thing to get into.
And I don't know if they have a plan for her for WrestleMania, but this would be the perfect time to set something up.
Yeah. There's nothing that she can't do in a Rumble that she hasn't done in AEW.
Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah. So yeah, I know some other NXT superstar. I'd like to see Fallon Henley in the Royal Rumble. I think that'd be cool. Maybe a Trish Stratus appearance would be nice. I'd like to see that.
That was actually going to be my Hail Mary pick.
Yeah.
To win.
Trish is still on the roster, isn't she? So there's no reason that she shouldn't turn up.
Yeah. I'd also like to see Beth Phoenix in it, but now I know that probably is never going to happen. But I always love to see Beth Phoenix out there. Anyway, so we'll move on. It is a singles match for the United States Championship. It is Logan Paul battling Kevin Owens. I'm going with Logan Paul. What about you, Glenn? As I drink my prime.
I don't know. They're selling the idea because of the selling of the arm and the injury and everything, and overcoming adversity. I'm gonna go with KO.
I mean, this is really one of those ones where it could really go either way. And honestly, I know we are looking at Royal Rumble matches, but this has the potential to steal the show. I mean, it could be a really fucking great.
Because you're not gonna get Logan Paul on regular TV, and put the title back on KO. Give him a couple of defenses of it up to Royal Rumble, up to the Mania, and then have the rematch where Logan Paul gets his big WrestleMania moment back against KO.
Or I wouldn't mind seeing like KO defending the United States Championship at WrestleMania against like Solo Sikoa. I think that would be cool. Like a good thing for Solo Sikoa to get into, because I don't know obviously what the plan is, nor do I want to know what the plan is because I want to be surprised. But that would be cool too. What about you, Mayor? I know you're probably not going to pick against Logan Paul.
No, I'm picking Logan Paul. I think that the star power there to keep him carrying a title, especially at this point in time when the TKO ownership is probably looking to brand further than just the appeal of the standard wrestling audience.
Yeah.
And I think Logan Paul does that really well for them. So growing the audience with Logan Paul, with a lot of people maybe just tuning into the Royal Rumble that haven't tuned in before, I think Logan Paul's the answer here.
Yeah. I mean, either way, it's going to be.
It's going to be a great match.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Logan Paul hasn't had a bad one.
No,
he hasn't had a bad match. So, the next one is a fatal 4-way for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. It is LA Knight.
Yeah.
Thank you. Versus AJ Styles versus Randy Orton versus Roman Reigns. It's a fatal 4-way. Glenn, who are you going with? Don't worry, Mayor. I won't make you pick the men's Royal Rumble first, too.
I can't see Roman losing this in a fatal 4-way. Just can't see, especially against those three.
Yeah. All right, Mayor.
They're taking some of the steam out of LA Knight, unfortunately. And there's no reason to put it on either AJ Styles or Randy Orton.
Yeah. Eric Canton, what about you? You gonna pick AJ Styles?
I love me some AJ Styles, and man, he looks phenomenal right now. He is gigantic.
Why is it they're feeding all these people that get injured and go away?
Fuck.
You're back jacked and
yeah, he's
hard-working chicken breast, Glenn.
Lots of chicken breast and bran muffins, apparently. I don't know.
I'm sure.
No, I'm picking Roman Reigns. I don't see why you take it off here. If he's gonna lose it, it's got to be at WrestleMania to someone.
Yeah.
Not at the Royal Rumble, especially since I think they already have him promoted for the Australia event. But I could be wrong.
I think they do. Yeah. He didn't know he's facing The Rock.
I don't know. I tried out. Is he really at Elimination Chamber?
I'm just kidding.
Oh,
people were saying down the line. That's why I said it.
Oh, okay.
That's where they'll set up.
Yeah, I feel like Roman Reigns definitely retains here through chicanery, like always.
Well, of course, we'll get everybody will get involved because before I feel like AJ Styles LA Knight, they're going to cancel themselves out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they're going to get into some sort of schmoz and cancel themselves out. It's going to look just when it looks like Randy Orton is going to be able to beat Roman Reigns and win the championship, something will happen and Roman will end up winning. So yeah, I agree with you. Like it's great to romanticize and think, well, maybe Randy Orton wins the title from him and Cody can finish the story against Randy Orton at WrestleMania, which isn't a bad story. I'm not saying that's a terrible story. That would actually probably work out really well. It just ain't going to happen tonight. Roman Reigns is going to win. That's just the way it is. Sorry.
Yeah. I know LA Knight was left standing tall last night.
I was explaining to Rachel before I came down before we recorded our Uncensored 2000 episode, which you can hear tomorrow after you enjoy the Royal Rumble tonight. You can listen to that tomorrow, where we watch WCW, the first part of WCW Uncensored 2000, and I was telling her all about the rules of wrestling. I said, if LA Knight wins tonight, he will not win tomorrow night. And she said, if I was a wrestler and they wanted me to wrestle the night before my pay-per-view match, I'd say, fuck you, I ain't wrestling.
It's very smart.
She didn't use those words, but she basically said that. All right, so now we get down to it. It is the 30-man men's Royal Rumble match. I will not make the mayor pick both of them first. I'll go first this time, unless you want to go first, Glenn. You want to go first, Glenn?
No, you go first.
All right, you're the champion. I'll let you do what you want to do. Okay, real pick who I actually think is going to win. It's probably going to be CM Punk. That's probably who it's going to be. I mean, in my mind, there's three people: CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, or Gunther. With an outside chance of the same person that I picked last year as my wild card. I will continue this year with that same streak, pick this year as my wild card, and say the most electrifying man in sports and entertainment, The Rock, wins the Royal Rumble. So those are my two picks. I'm going with CM Punk and The Rock. Glenn, who you going with?
Again, it's hard to see beyond Punk, although I'm sure they want to do Punk and Cody at Mania.
Maybe. I mean, maybe that's where it ends up, and I wouldn't be mad at that either.
I can't. Oh, I'm going to go with Cody. No, I'm not. No. No, stupid thought. Yeah, go with Punk. I'm going to have to go with you, I'm afraid, Brent. I was trying to work out a way that it wouldn't be. And my wild card pick is going to be Big E.
Okay. I like that one. If Big E shows up in the Royal Rumble tonight, I will guaranteed to pop through the roof. You can bet that.
He's going to be there. It's that thing of he might not be medically cleared to have a singles match yet, but they'll probably let him go into the. Why would they fly all three of New Day out there together if he wasn't going to show up at some point and we were going to get an on-screen New Day route?
I mean, who knows? They probably have like appearances and shit, and Big E could be some WWE ambassador, or maybe they'll introduce him as the host of Royal Rumble. You never know.
Yeah, I know, but I think he's going to wrestle. So
I hope you're fucking right, Glenn. I hope that you're right. That would be amazing if he came back tonight. All right, Mayor, it's down to you.
Oh well, CM Punk is just the one that makes the most sense to me. So I'm going to be boring here because that's who I was going to pick no matter what was going to be CM Punk with, who could be off the wall? I mean, Gunther probably isn't a fair answer to say is off the wall.
I mean, you can say whatever you want.
Yeah.
Because I think that he would have been my second choice, but if I'm going to do something that's unexpected, I'd say John Cena wins it.
I thought you
Sorry, go ahead, Glenn. What were you gonna say?
I thought he was going to say that. Just a thought.
That's where I would go for something unexpected.
I went to work this morning, and the first thing I did when I got there was I played "The Time Is Now" and rapped it all to myself. So I just want to put that.
Do we see Brock Lesnar in the Rumble?
No,
Probably not.
So I can't say I'd pick him to win it. So I was thinking about.
Well, you can
saying
say
that.
it, but I just don't feel like they're gonna have him in it.
I was going to even if they had him slated in to go to be in it, I think they would have dropped him like a hot potato after yesterday.
Yeah, I would think the same. So, you think Heath Slater comes back and wins it?
No, but I would love to see Matt Cardona show up in the Rumble.
Oh yeah,
It is in Tampa.
mm-hmm.
And even
Lives
if
there,
they
Chelsea is
sign
wrestling
him,
there.
Yeah,
Even if they don't sign him, like just to see him to come back would be awesome.
That'd be cool. Yeah, I agree. All right, so
And I hope R-Truth is the first person to enter both Rumbles.
even if one,
Nia Jax did that though, didn't she?
I think Nia did. Yeah.
China's done it as well, didn't she?
Okay.
Well,
she
China
didn't have a women's Rumble
because they didn't have a women's Rumble then.
No, but she's done it. Oh no, she didn't no, they didn't have a women's Rumble, did they? When she was around, she went
they had a bra and panties Rumble, probably.
Yeah, that would have been.
Yeah. Did you pick a Hail Mary pick? Or are you going with Gunther?
Me?
Yeah.
I picked Cena.
Okay, yeah, you did. I'm sorry.
I couldn't see him. Couldn't see my answer.
I couldn't see
Little
that.
Jimmy's gonna win it all.
Oh, fuck, man. Wouldn't that be something? Little Jimmy on the way to WrestleMania.
R-Truth comes back. Little Jimmy, you won. No one threw you over the top.
That's awesome.
He's going to be looking for. He's definitely going to be looking for Tom and Nick Mysterio tonight, isn't he?
Yeah, 100%. R-Truth. I love that, man. Okay, so there is our Royal Rumble picks. If you are currently watching us on YouTube, we bid you farewell because we can't watch this on YouTube. But if you head over to Twitch or Instagram, we are going to watch the first ever